Alright, hey guys, so today, or the, I don't know what day it is, but, so we're going to make it where you click a box and either X or O appears. I'm finally going to do that. And then next video, we'll probably check for a winner, and that'll wrap it up. So, here, we're going to create a variable. So, if you don't know what a variable is, it just stores some information for us. And in JavaScript, you can use the word var, which is a keyword, which is why it's blue, to make a variable. So I'm going to say get box ID. You can name it whatever you want. And because we got an event, that's why I put that in parentheses whenever we click a box. That's the events. We can get the ID of the box that is clicked. But now we need to get the actual box, because that was just the ID. We can do that. But remember when I said all websites are documents in the first video? Document.getElementById, because that's what HTML is. All documents. So then we're going to say that variable we just made, because that was the point net. And now we're going to make a third variable, player1. We're just call it player, really, it doesn't matter. So here, I'm going to reference again document dot get element by ID, and remember, message was what I did for the p tag. If you did a different one, make sure you do a different one there. So here we are not done, because I have to say .inner HTML, because that will actual text. Because what is this doing? Is it's grabbing this, and I want to grab this first part, because this will be able to tell me whose turn it is, and that'll help me in the code. So I have to do at index 0, because in programming we start at 0, and the position of that is 0. That's the first one. So now we're going to do an if statement, which is if this is true, do this code. So then we're going to have an else if later as well. So what we're going to first check for is to make sure that the boxes are empty, because you don't want to rewrite a box that's already filled with an X or an O. So we're going to just say get box dot inner HTML, and JavaScript likes 3 equal signs, even though 2 sometimes works, but whatever. And this is how you say end in JavaScript, so you can check for 2 things at the same time. So because we also want to be able to detect that it's the right person's turn. And notice how I'm using capitals every time, because it is case sensitive. So I use capital here, and then I used capital originally, and I'm going to use capitals later. So now we can just say get box.inner HTML. We want to set that equal to be an X, as it is what he intended to do when he clicked the box in the first place. And now gets element by ID, because we have to now tell everyone it's not X's turn anymore. Now we're just going to do the exact opposite in the else if, essentially. So I'm just going to copy paste and then change it to an O. So change that to an O. Everything stays the same. Get box.inner HTML, right? So now I'm going to do the same thing again, but the opposite as well. So I'm just going to be like X's turn. So it won't ever say like goes first. You don't want to say twice, because it's not the beginning of the game anymore. And then that should also be an O. So you got X, O, O, X. That's what you got. Now later, we'll have to check for a winner. Probably the next video. So I'm going to comment it out so the computer ignores it. That's what a comment is. And let's see if I did something wrong. Huh. Alright, so... Oh. Okay, so I actually forgot an equal sign right here, so that is my bad if you saw that. Yeah, my bad. Anyway, so yeah, it works. So this is essentially what we did, and so we're gonna do this next time, and I'll wrap up the whole game. If you want to add anything extra to it, like a reset button that resets the board, you guys can do that based on, like, pretty much showed you the basics a little bit here if you mess around. And if you have any questions, you can comment below. But this is pretty basic. If it doesn't work, you guys did something wrong, because it works. Don't forget an equal sign. Don't forget a semicolon. You know, like, literally the tiniest thing makes it mess up. So you just gotta look for whatever happened. Now, I'm not gonna, like, put the code below or anything because it's just so small. It's just a short script. It's really unnecessary. So this is like camel case. In programming, we basically not the first word, but the words after it. The first letter is capitalized, so it's easier in your eyes to actually read. So it's like get box ID. If it was all lowercase, it'd be like really difficult. So, yep, X O X O X O X O X O. All right, see you next time.